I spend my weekends texting my friends, planning to meet on future weekends. But when they become present weekends, we find ourselves rearranging dates again. And then we go on planning virtual events. Intentions are sincere and truly meant, but nothing is ever quite set in cement, and life becomes a 20th century lament, where we remember the times that went before, when we would just turn up at each other's door, spontaneously call, give each other a surprise. In these days of plans, spontaneity's died, 'cause everything's planned and plans go awry, and years go by, and I wonder why we can't go back to face-to-face ways, when conversation skills were the order of the day. Okay, there were times it wasn't okay. When you knocked at my door, I wish you'd go away, 'cause I was busy watching Match of the Day while eating my chips off a plastic tray. And sometimes I hid when I couldn't be asked, unplugged the phone and drew the curtains fast. Most of the time when I opened the door, it made the day better than it had been before. You see, my mates would crash a fag, we'd have a good moan, open up a can and watch it foam, sharing boredom instead of being bored alone, in the 2010s gazing into our iPhone. And do you know what? I feel nothing but pity for kids growing up in virtual city. Instead of kicking balls around the park, they're playing their Xbox games in the dark. And Facebook's okay, but true friends end when the bloke at work is as much of a friend as someone who would lay down and defend my name from anyone I happen to offend. Photos are shared with anyone who cares. Tom, Dick and Harry know about my affairs. They see pictures of my family before I do, and find out things about me that I never knew. We used to be content that only half a dozen people knew us better than our auntie or our cousin. Now everyone's friend list is so much bigger, you've got to have friends in triple figures. 1,000 friends in one lifetime, does that mean your life is better than mine? Do you really want to have to hire a football ground when any important event comes around? So much nicer to sit with the few people who really mean something to you, the privileged ones who get to know your favourite books, bands and TV show. So just for a day, throw it all away, sit down and write a letter and go out and say hello to a pensioner at a bus queue, instead of tweeting on about little old you. And let's get back to something true, instead of lol and OMG, try how are you. Dialogue and conversation are things on which to thrive, and the only things that truly remind us of what it is to be alive.